Hello and welcome everyone. I am Matt Taylor and this is my cooking show in the kitchen with Matt. Thank you for being here. Gonna just take a look in the comments here and see who's here. We'll give it a little bit of time and allow people to join us. Got a lot of fun things to cover today in this live stream, especially a special announcement that I'm really excited to share with you, which is really cool. So we will get to that. A special announcement kind of middle of the way through today's live stream, and make sure that we have a lot of people here online. That way we can have as many people here that can hear this cool announcement. I'm really excited about it, and I hope you guys will enjoy it as well. I think you will. It's going to be pretty cool. Hello, Joseph. Hello, Shogo. Shogo is listening in or watching from Kenya. Fatima is watching from Algeria. Hello. Joseph, I think, if I remember right, is in Minnesota. Is that right, Joseph? I'm doing well, Joseph. Thank you. How are you? Yes, Minnesota. Joseph is in Minnesota, and he's one of my early followers, several years now. He's been following the show, so I appreciate his support. Hello, Teresa. So I'm just going to go over all the things I'm going to talk about right now as more people are joining. So I'm going to do the welcome for the first about 5 minutes as people are joining the stream. We're going to go over just welcome and say hi to everyone. I'm going to go over some social media stuff. I'm going to run through some nice comments that people have left on my videos over the past several months. Some of the things that I really liked. I'm going to share those with you because they're really cool. And then I'll do one of the giveaways. Then I have the big announcement, and then we'll go over another giveaway, and then we'll do the Q&A, the last giveaway, and then we'll close off. I imagine the stream will be, these streams usually last 30 minutes to an hour, just depends. Shikamaru is here. Hopefully I said your name right. Wants me to make some Naruto's ramen. So any requests that you have for food recipes, make sure to leave that on one of my videos, on one of my other videos. That's how I keep track of the comments. I will just forget them if they're here in the chat. I won't remember them if they're here in the chat. So if you have requests, go to one of my videos on my channel here and just make a comment there, and then I can log those requests. Thank you, Shogo. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but glad it makes you smile. My day's going well, Teresa. Inoka. Thank you. Thanks for being here. Melissa, hello. Welcome. You are welcome, Shikamaru. So if you see my eye line looking down, because that's where the chat is, I'm using the camera, the web stream camera on my iMac, and so I have to look up here to look at the camera or look down here to look at the comments. So we'll give it just a few more minutes as more people are joining, and then we will jump right into my schedule. Is that what they say in the UK? Schedule. We say that here in the United States. That's kind of interesting about I'll bring that up, excuse me, right now. And also I'll be drinking, because I drink a lot of water and my voice gets very hoarse and dry. It's really dry here in Arizona. So you'll see me be taking a drink of my water quite a bit. Joseph is asking what is new. I have several things that are new, and we'll talk about those in a little bit. I don't want to spoil anything right now, but I have some really cool new things, and part of it is part of my special announcement. So just hold tight, Joseph, and we'll get into that. Other than that, not much is new here. You are welcome, Teresa. Glad that the test turned out okay. Congratulations on that. I live in Arizona in the United States. Arizona is a state in the Southwest in the United States. It's really hot here during the summer. It's summertime here, and it is really hot and dry. We will have between like 107, 108 and 115 degree heat, sometimes up to 118 degree heat in the summer. And then we have monsoons come in, these big, huge dust storms in the Middle East. They call them haboobs. Sometimes they call them that here as well, but a lot of times we just call them the dust storm or the monsoon season. These huge dust storms will come in, and then also there'll be a lot of rain, and the rain will come down really fast, like buckets of rain, tons of rain, and it'll cause flash floods, which can be really dangerous for people. And every once in a while, unfortunately, in the news, we'll hear of some of the creeks up in the mountains where people play. This flash floods will come almost without warning. Like several miles upstream, there'll be a big storm that will hit, and it might be clear where people are playing in the river, and these big flash floods will come down and they will wash people away. Unfortunately, a couple years ago we had a really bad one of those, and like 10 people died. It was really sad. So that's some people that people need to be cautious about that live here in Arizona, is the big flash floods that happen. That can be really dangerous. So anyway, that's the summer season here in Arizona. For the most part, I just stay inside in the air conditioning, and life is fine. But yesterday I was, I'm going to post a video of my little shopping experience. I posted it on Instagram, and we'll talk about that a little bit later. But I posted kind of a day in the life of where I go shopping. So I'm going to post that on this channel in a couple days, probably on Monday or something. But it was kind of fun, and it was just hot outside. Joseph's asking what my favorite color is. My favorite color is blue. Same as Teresa. Mine is blue. Hey, Arpan. Thank you for joining. You are really welcome. I appreciate you watching. Shikamaru is in the Philippines. I lived in the Philippines for 2 years. So for those of you who speak Tagalog, kamusta ka? Kamusta ang araw mo? My Tagalog is terrible. I used to be pretty fluent in it when I lived there, but I've forgotten a lot of it. Melissa wants me to send some nice food over. Unfortunately, by the time I sent it, it would probably be bad. It would probably be spoiled. When I was living in the Philippines, my parents would send some goodies, and sometimes the goodies would come. Back then, it was back in the late 90s. It would take maybe a week or 2 weeks to get something from the United States to the Philippines, and sometimes people would send baked goods, and it would arrive, and there would be like ants and stuff in there, and the cookies would be all dry. It was, I mean, there's a way they could have probably vacuum sealed it, but my parents didn't have a vacuum sealer. But kind of funny about that. All right, so it's been about 10 minutes for this little welcome. I think that can satisfy the welcome portion of this show. So I'm going to lead into the social media portion. It'll just be about 5, maybe 3 minutes. I just want to talk to you about 2 of my other accounts on social media. Hello, Donna. Thank you for joining. So I want to bring that up. Here is my Facebook page for In the Kitchen with Matt. It's been growing pretty well recently. I have about 19,000 followers on here, and I post different things on there than I do here on my cooking channel. So you might want to go over there and join. It's just at In the Kitchen with Matt there on Facebook. So join that channel or that page if you haven't. A lot of the things I do post videos, I upload them directly to Facebook, and then I have other things that I post on there inspirational quotes. Like this one from Yogi Berra, I thought it was pretty funny. It's about pizza. He says, "You better cut the pizza into 4 slices because I'm not hungry enough to eat 6." Anyway, I do some cool like food-related inspirational quotes and funny quotes and things like that. And obviously the videos and recipes and whatnot are on there too. So check that out. And then here is Instagram again at In the Kitchen with Matt on Instagram. And I post other videos that you won't find on YouTube. And different images and things. Here's a fun image of someone who left a grocery cart. That's one of my pet peeves is people that leave grocery carts in the middle and they don't put them away in the cart return. Anyway, other things on there, more food quotes and things like that. Guy Fieri, he's one of my favorite chefs. Food is not just eating energy, it's an experience. Kudos, Guy. That is correct. Food is an experience. For some people, it's just kind of a hassle, but for me, it's an experience. And I'm sure most of you watching, it's an experience. You love eating and you love cooking and baking. That's why you're here. Shikamura thought I was... Why did you think that? It's okay if I am gay. I'm not gay, but it would be okay if I was. But no, I am not gay. Unless you mean happy. Because gay technically means happy. That's the definition of it. But no, I am not gay. But like I said, it's totally okay. It would be okay if I was. So those are the 2 social media accounts. I have others. I have Twitter as well. And I have another YouTube page called Matt Taylor Variety that you could check that out. If you want, just type in Matt Taylor Variety channel or Matt Taylor Variety and you'll find my variety channel there. And I post a lot of different things on there, not cooking related. Also, there's a lot of how-to tutorials, some Facebook tutorials, some YouTube tutorials, some cryptocurrency tutorials and things like that. So and then I have some like home videos on there if you want to see like things when I was younger. I have a really funny dance video where I dance in it, and it's kind of funny. You've probably seen the link to the dance video in my cooking episodes. If you look in the description box in any of my episodes, you'll find a link to that dance video in there. Hello, Joseph. I have on my channel. Usually it's supposed to be, I keep it to business related emails, but I do have an email on there on my channel. If you go to the About section, that you can find my email, that you can email me there. You also, if you don't know, there's a way to email me or message me on YouTube, on my channel. Let me see if I can show you that, how to do that. If I go... let me see if I can figure it out for you and show you how to do that on YouTube. I can't remember how to do it. It used to be really easy on how to message them. But if you just go to if you go to my channel and click on view email address, it'll show you my business email, but please don't abuse that email, guys. That's just for more business related. But if you absolutely need to get in touch with me, you can do that. Or a better way is also through Facebook, on my Facebook page, my YouTube, or my In the Kitchen with Matt Facebook page, or on Twitter, comments and messages. You can do direct messages over there on Twitter, or on Twitter, and also on Instagram. Okay, but this one on Facebook or on YouTube, it's mainly just for business inquiries, that people send messages to me, to review products or for collaborations, things like that. Hello, Ali. Thank you for joining. Thanks. I really appreciate your support. Are you playing a game console? Right now, no. I'm on my iMac, and I'm using a studio, a little software called OBS Studio. Um, I I do have an Xbox One. I don't play it very often. I'm just really busy. Um, I can't remember the last game I played. Probably was Madden football. I played a football game. Before that, I played. I think it was The Witcher 3. One of my favorite games is Skyrim. It's a pretty old game, but I love that game. Ugali. No, I haven't had ugali. I can't remember if there is a Kenyan-specific restaurant here in Phoenix. Um, there are some Mediterranean food and some more like Pakistani food and things like that. And there's a Lebanese restaurant. I can't remember if there's any African specific. I'm sure I could find um, something like that that has something similar to Kenyan food, maybe. Lady Oralia, and I apologize if I pronounce your names wrong, but great. Hi Matt, great recipes. Thank you, thank you. Sharon is watching from Perth, Australia. Wow, thank you. It's got to be probably pretty late in Australia, right? I don't know what time it is there, but yeah. So let's move on. I want to move on to the next portion. From time to time, I save comments that you guys leave on my YouTube channel, on my videos. I save some comments, and I like to share those. Just a shout out to them, to the people who. Cause it's kind of fun to have your name show up on one of these videos and one of these streams. So it's 17 a.m. So let's see, my military time's terrible. So that's midnight, right? So 12 a.m., right? 12:17 a.m. It's 9:17 a.m. here. So you're on Sunday at really late in the really early in the morning, I guess. My military time, that's what we call it here. Military time is horrible. We would say that. We would call it what, 12:17 a.m. Sunday morning, I guess is what we would say here. So I'm going to go through some of these just comments, not all of them, probably just 5 or 6, just to give a shout out to those who left them, and just because they're really neat. So this one was from Vizboer. He always leaves really cool comments. I really appreciate him and his support. Oh, you're welcome, Joseph. So Vizboer said, "Hey Matt, just a small letter of appreciation here. I have made a few of your recipes and not a single one of them has disappointed me so far. So at this point, when I'm looking up for a recipe, I put Matt behind it and click your video right away. And it's really great that you have put a lot of recipes on all kinds of food on YouTube. Thanks for the great recipes." What's such a nice comment? You're welcome. That's awesome, Sharon. It's 12:17 p.m. in Georgia. And then Canal, she's in Georgia also. Canal is. She's Brazilian. She's talking about the cake pops, the cake pop video. I made it, and my daughters helped me and sold them in our house, in front of their house. Now they want to do it every day. I'm about to open a shop. Laugh out loud. My 8-year-old can make them. They also make 4 on a stick, and they sell it for $1. But the neighbors give them tips because Starbucks is like $2.50 for some. Also, we made it work. We made it work with strawberries and grapes. It's so cool. So her and her daughters, or her and her kids, are making cake pops and selling them in front of their house. So that's really cool. And I've been messenger back and forth, giving her ideas of what she could do, and like print out flyers and have her kids send them around to the neighbors, and with little order forms and things like that. And pretty cool. And she does some other cool stuff too, some Brazilian recipes. Meredith, I can't bake, but this tutorial has given me a confidence boost. Bless your hands, Matt. So I've gotten several of those types of comments where people they don't feel confident in the kitchen, and my style of baking or cooking, or my videos seem to be easier for people to follow for the most part. A lot of it has to do with the dish too. A lot of things don't have to be hard. You just pick it apart step by step, and they can be easier. But I appreciate her comment. I'm so glad that it helped her. Okay, just a few more of these. Dragon Master, you truly have a skill for baking. All of your recipes are impressive. Well, thank you. I appreciate that, Dragon Master. Jen Alt, I feel like a baker now. Laugh out loud. Thanks a lot for sharing. You are welcome. Travel Mountain Roads, thanks so much for showing this. That looks amazing. I really appreciate it. I've learned lots of new techniques from you. Thanks, Matt. You're so really welcome. And Volo, I can't pronounce his name right, unfortunately. I'll just say Volo. Volo for short. I can eat an omelet at any time. It's an incredibly versatile meal. Thank you so much for your recipes and reviews. And the last one that we'll do is Kudakawashi. I probably pronounced that name wrong, sorry. This is the best how-to recipe I've ever watched to date. Thank you. You are welcome. Thank you so much. I have several more, and sometimes I save the mean comments as well and share those. Because some people are just plain silly when they're trying to be mean, and other people are just downright nasty. And sometimes I just delete those, and other times I just leave them on there just so other people can comment and tell them how rude they're being. But anyway, I try not to dwell too much on that because that doesn't really boost anybody's morale. Even people that are reading through the comments and they find mean, rude comments, it's just not really conducive. But I know people are people, and they're gonna write what they write, and that's okay. The joys of being on YouTube, right, or any social media, is you just put yourself out there to the whims and bad days that people are having, so they just want to take it out on random YouTubers. Or if I don't pronounce something the way that they think it should be pronounced, the way that they grew up pronouncing it, then they say that I'm doing it wrong, even though here in the United States we pronounce it that way. Anyway, I get a lot of those types of comments. You're pronouncing it wrong. Anyway, things like that. But for the most part, it just makes me laugh, and sometimes I respond to it. Sometimes I just delete their comments, and other times I just leave it on there. Melissa, fish and chips. That's a really good dish. I love fish and chips. For those of you who don't know, fish and chips is usually like a fried cod or tilapia. A lot of times they use a nice white fish like a cod, deep fried in a golden with a really cool batter, and they serve it with chips, but to them chips are French fries. And so they would serve it with French fries, and a lot of times there'll be some kind of dip to go with it. And like tartar sauce, I can't think of the name for a second, some kind of nice tartar sauce. And I always eat my French fries with ketchup. But I do have a really yummy recipe for homemade French fries here on my channel, and homemade classic potato chips here or crisps in the UK. Both of those are really top-notch, like restaurant quality potato chips and French fries that are really cool. I haven't done any fried fish yet on my channel, but maybe I'll do a classic fish and chips dish one of these times. Thank you, Sharon. Okay, Joseph. Hello, Farah. Farah is one of my, Farah or Farah, I always forget how to say that. She is one of my great supporters, always has something nice to say on my videos. Thank you so much. Yeah, there are some scripted ones out there. Usually the scripted ones are getting paid a lot of money for those shows a lot of times. and so it needs to be a specific way for whoever's producing it. Like those that are on like the Food Network, they have high production values, and a lot of times they'll have like it's scripted, and they'll have like a teleprompter that they're reading off of. A lot of times, but it needs to be that way because of the nature of that type of show. I don't mind it. Some of those, some of the unscripted ones are kind of nice, like Chopped or Beat Bobby Flay, or I think Guy Fieri's Diner, Drive-In, and Dives. Those three shows are kind of my favorite ones to watch. And then Gordon Ramsay just has this new one called Uncharted that just came out, where he's traveling around the world and he is trying authentic cuisine, and then also tries to cook using the local ingredients. It's a pretty cool show. I kind of like that. I like Gordon Ramsay. I love his cooking channel on YouTube. I don't watch his MasterChef series or his one where it's I forget the name of it, where Devil's something, I forget, but he just yells at the cooks and swears a lot and all that kind of stuff. So yeah. Yep, trolls will be trolls. Hello, Evangeline. Thank you for joining. All right, so let's do one giveaway right now, and then let's get into the big announcement. I'm really excited to share it with you. Really excited. All right, so this is going to be, let's bring up my thing here. Let me bring up something. I got to find it here. Okay, so for those of you who are not familiar with these giveaways, I give away premium memberships to Instructables.com, and Instructables.com is the premier DIY website. They don't pay me to promote them, but I post a lot of my things, recipes there, and the reason why I do is because I get a lot of views, and I get a lot of people that find my stuff there and come over to YouTube. And also what's kind of neat is I break my Instructables down a bit, step by step. And for example, the latest video is my granola one. And so there, it has the image, then it has my little intro, it has my video, and then step by step with pictures. Some people like learning that way, and so I post all my stuff over there on Instructables. They also have contests that I enter, and I've won quite a bit of stuff there. This t-shirt is an Instructables t-shirt. I got that for free on there. So pretty cool. I like free stuff. So that's pretty neat. So anyway, I give out premium memberships to Instructables, and what the premium membership does is it allows you to download the whole PDF, which comes with the whole recipe, all the pictures and everything, and also it gives you discounts at their shop that they have. Pretty neat. And so I'm gonna do the first one right now. So let's do this. So this one is going to be for a 1-year premium membership, and the way that you enter is you go on my previous live stream and you write a comment on there. So on this current live stream, once the video is done, just go back and write a comment on the video, and then you get automatically entered into whatever giveaway that I do the next live stream, if that makes sense. And it's okay if you're not live on the chat during that live stream. You just have to go back and watch that live stream and see if your name was drawn. So here we go. So I had 9 unique commenters. So that's a pretty good percentage, about 10% chance that you will win something. Let's do that. Ready. And the winner of a 1-year premium membership is Chua MT. She's been a good follower of mine for a long time. And this was near Father's Day that I had streamed this. We have Father's Day in Asia too. Best of luck to you. Awesome. So you won a 1-year premium membership. All right. And make sure to go on to, throughout this live stream, if you do win an Instructables premium membership, I'll give away 2 more of those. You'll just sign up on that site with a free account. It's free to sign up. A basic membership is free there, and you can do most things with that basic membership. And then just find me over there at In the Kitchen with Matt and send me a message saying that you won, and then I will send you your code to give you that premium membership. Cool, 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 cool. All right, let me go through this chat real quick, and then we'll do the big announcement. Yeah, the big announcement. So Joseph has been following me. How long have you followed? I think since really early on, Joseph. I think it's been like since 2015, right? Or 2014, 2015, somewhere around there probably. So at least 4 years, Joseph's been following me. I don't know if that was your question. Melissa is asking if I know Alex, a French cooking guy as well. No, I don't know Alex. I watch, so Alex Garnacelli, I think that's how you pronounce her last name. I forget how you pronounce her name. She's a judge on Chopped a lot, and she's sometimes a guest host on Beat Bobby Flay. I can't remember if I pronounced her name right. All right, so are we ready? Are we ready for this announcement? Drum roll, please. Wait for it. Okay, so here we go. I gotta just prep it a little bit. Bum, 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 bum. Here we go. Boom. Dun, 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 dun. I am working on 2 different covers for a mini cookbook. Yes, a mini cookbook. And this is going to be a self-contained cookbook. It's going to be a PDF, and it'll be probably 30 to 40 pages long. And I'm going to sell it for a few bucks, just for people who want to support my show. They can buy this cookbook, and they'll get some like 30 recipes, my favorite chocolate recipes that I've showcased on my channel, and it'll be a cookbook. It'll just be a mini one, and it will be 8.5 by 11 size. It won't be like a printed foldable one. I will do that, but that's going to take a lot more time and expense to do a classic cookbook. And so I'm excited about this. It's going to be cool. And then also I'm going to give it out as part of the giveaways when I do live streams, is I'll be able to give away this cookbook. So it'll give me something extra to give away out to you all. And in the future, when I have my website going, also I will have merchandise that I'll be able to give away as well, like mugs and aprons and things like that. So the question for you all is which cover do you like the best? Which of these ones do you like the best? And if you're watching this replay, if you're watching this later, make a comment in the comments which of these covers that you like the best. I'm going to call the diamond one for ease, the diamond one, and then the classic one would be on the right. Time to indulge, all things chocolate. 30 chocolate recipes for the sweet tooth in you by Matt Taylor. That kind of sounded kind of sultry, huh? Kind of like chocolate, yummy. And then the other one is more brand recognition, is from All Things Chocolate. 30 of my favorite chocolate recipes by Matt Taylor. So Lady Aurelia likes the diamond one. Teresa likes the one on the left, the diamond one. This is good things to know, because I also, since you are a lot of my followers and you watch the show, I also posted this in my personal Facebook group, and I got a lot of responses, but a lot of those people don't watch my show at all. So it's kind of funny. I do value their opinion because they're like close friends and family, but a lot of them don't even watch the show. So I wanted to ask you, because you all watch the show. And let's see. So Donna likes the one on the right, the classic. Joseph likes the number 1 on the left. And one thing I could wind up doing is, because I'm going to sell this PDF, I think the way I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to set up a site for it. So it might force me to finally put up my website. And I can easily change out the covers. So maybe I'll do, for a limited time only, this particular cover, and then the other one will be that cover. And so I might just do both covers, or just have both versions on there. I could also just sell both versions. So whatever cover you like the best, you can buy. That's actually might be the way that I go, because I personally like them both a lot, and it's hard for me to decide. When I did my cooking or my dating book, let me bring me back up. When I did my dating book, my Creative Dates, 101 Creative Dates book, if you want to check that book out, I always put a link to that on any of my cooking videos down below in the description. You can find that. I had like probably 5 or 6 different covers that I had at first, and weeded through. I posted them on Facebook, and then people picked their top 3, and then I went in and fixed those 3, and then posted the 3 best ones, and then narrowed them down. And it was a toss-up. It was really close between 2 of them, and I just ultimately went in with my favorite one, and that's the one that I've stuck with, and it's been doing pretty well, which is pretty neat. But I'll bring that back up again. That's awesome, cooking supper while watching. Teresa's boyfriend likes the one on the left. Thank you, Melissa. Actually, so oddly enough, is I got both ideas I got from Canva. The one on the left and the one on the right, they had similar templates on Canva, and so I just kind of picked. And then I just made them kind of my own a little bit. But I really like Canva. It's just a great way to start. Oh, Joseph. Oh, that brings me something else. I'm glad you mentioned. That's part of the other thing. I almost forgot to announce this, guys and girls and gals and pals and friends and family, whoever's watching. I'm glad that you noticed. I'm glad that you mentioned Roku, Joseph, because get this. I can't remember if I mentioned this last time, but I have worked out a deal with a marketing company to get my show In the Kitchen with Matt on Roku TV and Samsung TV. Isn't that awesome? So eventually, in maybe a couple weeks or a month, it'll go live on Roku, and you'll be able to, on your Roku app, type in the Kitchen with Matt, and you'll be able to watch my show there, which will be really, really cool. And also, Samsung TV. Samsung TV has its own app. Anytime you buy a Samsung TV, smart TV, it has a TV app on there, and then they have their own programming and whatnot on there, and they'll be In the Kitchen with Matt. And the cool thing about that is they're 30-minute episodes, and 22 to 24 minutes of it will be my content. Like, I'll have several recipes that are edited together to fill the 22 minutes of time, and then about 8 minutes of it will be commercials. And by watching my channel there, kind of like you're watching the Food Network, it'll feel like it's a Food Network show, but by watching that, I will earn a little bit of money from the ads. And I'll share that with the marketing company that's putting the channel together for me. So it's really, really cool. Just another way to earn a little bit extra income. It's hard work doing this show, guys. It's hard work to put out 3 videos a week, and also I do videos on my other channel, and then also try to do my normal job. I'm trying to turn this into my full-time gig, so I'm just trying to leverage my content on other avenues, and that will help me grow and help get my brand out there, and it'll give other ways. Some people can't support me by buying things, like they won't be able to buy the cookbook because they're limited on funds. But one way that they could support me is by watching the YouTube channels and just watching the ads that play in front. If you watch my episode, just watch the ad and I get a small little, it's like a couple cents that I get. But for everyone that does that, it adds up. Or if you watch on Roku or later on Samsung TV, if you just watch it over there, then I'll generate a little income from the ad revenue. So that's a great way that you could support me without having to buy anything. Eventually I'll have merchandise and things like that, but I'll have to cover the cost, so they'll be a little bit more expensive. But if you have the money and you want to support me, you could buy this little chocolate cookbook that I'll put out. And eventually I'll have a full-fledged cookbook, but that'll be more expensive because it'll be hardback bound, and it'll have all kinds of cool pictures, and it'll, stories and things like that. So it'll be like a classic cookbook. Anyway, so there you go. Another way that you can support me is sometimes on these live streams down below, there's a super chat function. I don't know if I have it enabled on here or not. I think it is. There's like the little $sign or something down there. If you click on that, you can do like a super chat and you can donate. It's like giving someone a tip. And then when you do that, you're especially if you have a question that I missed that you really want me to answer live, you can do like a little tip or whatever. And then I will see that like really highlighted and won't miss it. So that's something to keep in mind. If you ever want to like donate to the show, you can do it on the live stream or just by watching the ads on YouTube. Or if there's something that comes up that you thinks there's a cool product, you can click on that and it'll take you to that product site and browse around. And then also in the future, buying this little cookbook. That's a great way to help support me and help get this show running. But I do appreciate your support as it has been just what you're doing already. It's been really great. And so I think it's time to do, let me bring this up real quick because it's just so fun. So fun to show you. Thank you, Donna. Yeah, I can't do all things with Canva. Canva is limited. Like there's a lot of things I got really frustrated with. So what I wound up doing, Melissa, is I took the idea from Canva, but then I rebuilt it from scratch in Adobe After Effects. I'm a lot faster in there. Otherwise, I could have done it in Photoshop as well, but I built it in After Effects. And also, do you guys want to see what a sample page will look like? One of the sample recipe pages? I'm sure you want to see what that looks like. So let me bring up one of those, see if I could do that. Let me see if I could find where I have it real quick. And I can bring up that. Bring up that sample recipe page. And this is what a sample recipe page will look like. So this is for chocolate cookies. I love the chocolate cookie recipe. It's super yummy. It'll have the prep time on there, the cook time, the servings, the ingredients will be right there. And I'm going to try to make sure that I put metric in all of them as well. And hopefully the metric conversion is correct. If not, I apologize. I looked at for a long time I wasn't putting the metric, but only about 55% of my viewers here on my channel are from the United States. So that means 45% are probably, for the most part, maybe using metric. Except in Australia. I think they use cups in Australia, and I think the Australian cups are pretty similar to the American Standard Cup, if I'm correct. And some other locations. So, Lady Aurelia, I could make it available in Kindle. I might make a Kindle version. I know people like the Kindle. The problem is it won't look very cool. It'll just be text in black and white or whatever. The it doesn't do images really well. And there's some formatting. I will look into that, and if I can make it available on the Kindle, I definitely will, because I know people love the Kindle, and it's really cool to do that. But I guess like if you have an iPad or something, you could bring up the PDF cookbook right on there as well and look on it if you don't. But I'll try to see if I can make it available for the Kindle. I just haven't, I thought about that, but then it just won't look as cool. The formatting, I'll just have to see. I'll look more into it. The cookbook I did, or the dating book I did, is available on Kindle, and there's a paperback version of that, but it's all just like normal, black and white, I think, on the inside. But I'll definitely take a look at that. Joseph wants to know, what is my favorite part of my job? It's fun being able to do what I enjoy without people telling me what to do. Also, I really enjoy helping people. I love getting the comments where it helps someone, like when someone, a young person makes the crepe recipe or for their mother for Mother's Day and tells me how much her mom loved it. Or when someone makes the cake pops and they sell them and they start earning a little income. Or when the guy in Brazil, using my cinnamon rolls, started a bakery based on those cinnamon rolls down in Brazil. Things like that really inspire me. But it does get tough sometimes. It gets tough to be consistent and to always post new content. And it also gets tough when my channel isn't growing as well as I like. And then I got to stop myself from comparing to other channels that are doing a lot better than mine and making more money than me. It's not all about the money, but then again, I still need the money to pay the bills and to keep doing this. But for the time being, I'm definitely going to keep going at this and try to, grow this into a career here. And it could go that way. If it keeps growing like it is, eventually it'll get there. But for now, I still got to do my other stuff when it comes up. Live True with JT, my brother. That is my brother. My brother from the same mother. My brother from the same mother. So my brother Jared, a little shout out to him. He has a cool YouTube channel as well. Inspirational YouTube channel. Self-help, growth, things like that. He also does keto, a lot of keto recipes. He's a keto certified coach. And he also does a lot of, training videos for the Grand Canyon. If you're ever going to go to the Grand Canyon and you're going to try to do hiking and whatnot, a rim to rim to rim challenge, he has a lot of cool stuff on there. Little shout out. Yep, exactly. So that is my brother Jared Taylor, tuning in. Yes, Donna, thank you. Smash that like button, smash it. So, that's another thing. Thank you, Donna. When you are watching my videos, clicking that like button helps so much, and also making comments. Clicking the like button really helps tell the YouTube algorithm that this video, that people like it and people are watching it, and also the watch time. Even if you don't have time to watch the whole video right then, if you just let it play in the background while you're doing other things, or if you step away from your desk or whatnot, let the video play. That helps the YouTube algorithm rank my video higher in search, and also on the right-hand side, the suggested videos. So that means a lot to me, just clicking the like button. If that's the only thing that you do, it takes you like 2 seconds to click the like button, and it really helps me out. But that helps me a lot. Smash that like button. You're welcome. You're welcome, brother. Joseph, what's my favorite thing to cook for my family? Well, my family, why don't you answer that, Jared, if you're still on there? What's your favorite thing? What seems to get requested? I think I'll know what you will answer, but what gets requested by you guys the most for me to cook? I have 2 things or 3 things in mind. Yeah, barbecue. So I go over to my brother Jared's house a lot. And we get his daughter Elsa requests that I make this pork molasses, honey pork molasses barbecue. I have that episode. It's an older episode. I have that here on my channel. Check it out. It's awesome. Tastes really, really good. Oh, there you go. She's asking that for her birthday. Yep, her birthday's coming up. And then also they request the fruit tart a lot. The fruit tart is awesome. And then also the chocolate raspberry tart. Jared's wife, Allie, my sister-in-law, she loves the fruit tart and the chocolate raspberry tart. So they request that quite a bit. And then we do, we also do kebabs quite a bit. We'll do beef kebabs or shrimp kebabs, and then we'll do a lot of vegetables on the kebabs with a little sauce, a cool little sauce. And I have that on my channel as well. You can check that out. Older videos, but just type in beef kebab and In the Kitchen with Matt. You can find it really easy, or barbecue pork or something like that, and type in the Kitchen with Matt. You'll find it really easy. Yeah. So that's cool. Let's do another giveaway. We're running pretty long, but I think we're pretty close. Let's do a giveaway for people that are in the chat. In the chat. So if you're in chat right now, and if you're just listening but haven't commented or typed something in chat, start typing right now so your name will sign up or show up on my participants list. Just start typing. Type in the chat window, and your name will show up on the Oh, so Ding-a-Ling Masterpiece Theater. No, I'm just working on the covers, and I'm working on the actual recipe pages. It takes a while, that one recipe page, because I'm building it all from scratch in After Effects. It took me about an hour yesterday to build that, so it's going to take quite a long. It's going to be a whole week's worth of work to get the whole this short recipe book done, and then I will have to create the site where it's going to be hosted. And then if I do just a ebook version, Kindle version, I'll have to have that done as well. So it'll be a little while, probably a month, I hope. Hopefully it'll be available in about a month. But I'll do another live stream and announce it when it's live. Get it? The book is live on my live stream. Okay. All right, let's see. We got some more people. Let's refresh the chat. All right, there we go. We got more people typing. Cool. Just working out my little giveaway. Make sure I got it going here. We got the number generator. Okay, so these are the people who are active right now. All right. All right, so here's what we're going to do. So Ding-a-Ling Masterpiece Theater, that's a really cool name, by the way, is number 1. Donna will be number 2. Joseph will be number 3. Lady Auralia will be number 4. Live True with JT will be number 5. Martha, hello Martha. Westerlane will be 6. Shogo will be 7. Teresa will be 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let me put in number 8 here. Whoops, no. Number 8 will go right here for the max. And let's generate the number. Number 1. Ding-a-Ling Masterpiece Theater. You have won. Awesome. Congratulations. Ding-a-Ling Masterpiece Theater. You won a premium membership. This is a 3-month premium membership to Instructables.com. If you weren't here for that, earlier. Instructables.com is the premier DIY website where I also post recipes, the videos, and images over there as well in step-by-step form. And so a premium membership allows you to download PDFs, and it gives you discounts in their shop and things like that. So that's awesome. And that's a 3-month premium membership. So just sign up over there. Go to Instructables.com and sign up. It's just a free membership to start. And then send me a message over there at In the Kitchen with Matt. Find me over there. It's really easy to find me. And then send me a message to say, I'm here to claim my prize. And I will send you that prize. Okay? Cool, cool, cool. All right, so let's do the official Q&A portion of the live stream. And we'll see how many questions we have. And we'll run a little bit. If we run a little bit longer than an hour, that's okay. I always try to keep it to an hour latest because I know some people like to stay here the whole time and watch, and then because they don't want to miss out on anything, and other people have to leave early and whatnot. Anyway, and I have other things I need to do today, like work on more recipe pages. So let's do some DG82. Thank you for tuning in. So let's do the official Q&A right now. If you have any questions about, like, if you have a request for a recipe, make sure to drop that down in a comment. And you can comment on this video after this video is done. And that could be your entry for the next giveaway. And then, but make sure, I just won't be able to save them here in the chat, so I'll forget them. So that's how I save my comments or requests, is by looking at the comments for my videos. So yeah, if you have any questions, now would be the time to ask them. Any kind of questions that you want to ask, with exception the recipes, because I will save those for comments for other videos, and because that's how I remember to put them on my list of recipes to make, if that makes sense. Get another drink. I also haven't eaten breakfast yet, so I'll need to eat I usually do light breakfasts, like a nice shake, smoothie, or something like that. With an exception when I make a really cool breakfast like crepes or waffles or pancakes or beignets or something like that. For the most part, I do shakes, and then I eat like a salad, pretty healthy. For breakfast and dinner. And the reason why I do that is because I like to save my calories and carbohydrates for the things that I bake for the show. Otherwise, I just wind up don't eating it all, and if I, or give most of it away, because otherwise I'd be eating, a lot of treats all the time, and I gotta, save my calories. But anyway. Hello, John Edward Mullins. Teresa likes my banana bread recipe. My brother Jared is, what is my favorite thing to eat? Oh, that's so hard. But one of my favorite things to eat, and you know it very well because we've made it a lot together, is my bacon-wrapped tri-tip steak on the grill. It is so yummy, so good. It is just amazing. So that is one of my favorite things to eat. And then I have so many treats that I love. So many treats. It's hard to say what my favorite treat. One of my favorite things to eat is my homemade Twix bars. Those things are legit so good. The homemade Twix bar. I really like that fruit tart and that chocolate raspberry tart. Homemade peanut butter cups. My homemade chocolate chip cookies and the chocolate cookies, like that recipe that I showed earlier. Man, there's so much. It's hard to say. Cinnamon rolls. Can't forget cinnamon rolls and crepes. And one of the coolest accomplishments that you can have, I think, is homemade croissants. Those things are so good when you can make one of those and it turns out correctly. Oh my gosh, it's such a cool feeling because there's quite a bit of a process involved in making them, but they taste so good, buttery and flaky, and They're so yummy. I don't make them very often because they take a while to make, but they're so good. I have the video on that here, so check that out. Barbie is asking, what got me started cooking? So when I was younger, I would come home and my mom would be in the kitchen, and my siblings weren't around, so I would help her in the kitchen. We would bake cookies, we'd make breads, things like that. And funniest story, I think I was 6 or 7 the first time I cooked my first egg. And I've shared this story before for those of you who have tuned in before. And back then, I loved my eggs sunny side up, and then I cracked the first egg into the pan and the egg broke. And I got all teary-eyed. Remember, I was 6 or 7 years old. I got all teary-eyed and I asked my mom if I could make another one, and she said yes. And I cracked that egg and put the second egg in there, and it was awesome. Turned out good. So I started back then when I was young, and I had a cooking class, a culinary class in my 8th grade in junior high, which was really awesome, fun. I loved it. That's how I learned how to do cinnamon rolls and snickerdoodles and the German pancakes, or we call them German pancakes, or Dutch babies. They're not a true German pancake. That's what they just named them here in the United States. They kind of look like a popover almost, but I learned how to make those as well. So really cool. It's funny that I made this so long ago, and it's neat to have those recipes here on the channel. But so DG82 is wondering why her chocolate chip cookies became soft like biscuits. So one reason that your cookies can be soft is if you don't bake them long enough, they'll be softer. And a lot of times I do that on purpose with my chocolate chip cookies. I'll purposely bake them for like 1 minute or 2 under the amount of time to bake. And then I will leave them on the cookie rack for just a couple minutes, and then take them off and put them on, or leave them on the sheet pan for just a couple minutes, and then take them off and put them on the cookie rack. And that'll keep your cookies softer. But if you want them crunchier, you just need to bake them a little bit longer. Also, your ratio of flour might have been a little bit off, depending on the recipe. If you were following it in metric or cups. Also depends on where what location you're in. If it's humid or if it's dry, that can affect your baking just a little bit. Also the butter, if it was melted or if it was just softened butter, or if you used margarine, those are all different things that take in mind. I don't know that recipe, so I'm not sure exactly, but those are some things to take a look like. Ooh, flour dumplings with smoked bacon and butter. That sounds awesome, Melissa. Yummy. I was just watching a episode on Chopped or Beat Bobby Flay. No, I think it was Beat Bobby Flay, where the person who won challenged Bobby Flay to dumplings. And that was really cool, homemade dumplings. Someone has requested homemade dumplings, like pot sticker type homemade dumplings, so I still need to do those on my show. And so I need to get around to those because those are awesome. I love dumplings. I love pot stickers. I just love how you sizzle it in the pan for a little bit and get that nice color, and then you steam it and you take it out, and I like the pork mixture on the inside. Shrimp is really good on the inside too, or chicken, and then you dip it in some kind of like a soy sauce, fish sauce type blend, or and then have like a sweet sauce also. Oh, yummy! I love dumplings. So Melissa, any kind of recipe request, throw that on a different, like one of my other videos. You can do that like on my latest, like the granola video, or after this video is done, when the live replay is up, write that request on there. I'm just going to forget them if they're in the chat, unfortunately. Ding-a-ling masterpiece. Mom got into cooking as well. Awesome. That's awesome, dude. That's really cool. So your future wife didn't have to do it all the time. That is awesome. So that's kind of the same. My dad doesn't cook that much. He doesn't cook very often at all. So my mom was always the one cooking. So yeah, my future wife is gonna have it made in that department. I don't know if I mean, it would be cool if I married someone that liked to cook too, because that way we could share the duties, cook together in the kitchen, or take turns cooking. But if she didn't really like to cook, it wouldn't matter because I can do it, obviously. Yeah, German pancakes. What foods do I not really like? I say ew. The very first food that comes to mind is okra. I can't stand okra. All the times I've tried okra, it was slimy and just nasty, and the taste was just gross. I might try a new recipe on okra and do like a deep fried version of it. I know a lot of people love it, especially in the South, love fried okra with some fried chicken and grits or mashed potatoes. I used to not like asparagus and Brussels sprouts, but now those are two of my favorite recipes. If you don't like Brussels sprouts, you have to try my Brussels sprout video recipe, because that might turn you on to Brussels sprouts. Tell you what, they're so good. Yummy, a little sweetness from the balsamic drizzled on top, balsamic vinegar, and you have some saltiness from the bacon, and you have your olive oil in there, and the Brussels sprouts they're sautéed in that in the bacon with the bacon grease and the olive oil at first, and then they're put in the oven to finish the roasting process. Oh, so yummy. Okay, but one video foods that I don't like. I don't like squash very much. It's okay. I don't necessarily say ew to it. I just don't like it that much. Liver, that is a big ew for me. And after I started, eating more refined foods, and I thought I would give the liver a try again. My mom used to do liver and onions for dinner. I just still don't like liver. I tried it before. I just tried it, and yeah. I didn't like it as a kid, and I don't like it now. I don't think anyone will ever get me to like liver. That's a ew. And yeah. I'm doing very well, Joseph. Thank you so much. I'm getting a little parched, getting a little hungry. Some quick home cooked meals when you don't come home from work, you don't have much time. So those are called TV dinners. DG82, TV dinners. I'm just kidding, because you wanted a home cooked meal. Okay, so this is going to be a little secret. Don't share this with everybody, but I actually buy TV dinners once in a while. I do, and I don't mind the taste of them. And it takes like 4 minutes to prepare, and something quick that I could do when I'm really busy. I don't always have the time to cook something really yummy for dinner, and so I do TV dinners once in a while. But I have, DG82, some things that are good. I have a stew recipe, which is pretty quick to put together, and then you just put it in the morning, you put it together, and when you come home, it's ready to go. Check that out, that beef stew recipe that I have done in the crock pot. Really awesome, and I think active time is only like maybe 5 to 10 minutes. You put it there in the morning and then come back like 8 hours later, and it's ready to go. That's one of the best things to do, and you can make a bunch of it, and it freezes really well. Like you put it in a Tupperware and you can freeze it, or you can eat it like you let it stay in a crock pot, or put it in a Tupperware in the fridge and it stays for like 4 to 5 days. So I always make a bunch of that. It's really good, super yummy. It has all the vitamins and stuff that you want in a meal, a quick meal. Even though it takes a long time to cook, but you don't have to do anything while it's cooking. You can, it only takes about 15 minutes to prepare it. So that's awesome. And then I have another recipe on my channel. It's a pork, or it's a honey pork with steamed brown rice and steamed carrots and broccoli. And the reason why that's cool is the rice cooker that I have has a steamer above. So you just drop the rice in there and you drop the vegetables on top in the steamer, and then you just set that to go, and then that really takes like 3 minutes to prep that. And then the pork, about 5 minutes before you're ready to eat, you just throw the pork on like a George Foreman grill. I use a George Foreman grill, and that cooks up in like 5 minutes. And there you go. That's a really quick, easy dish, and it's super yummy. Check that one out as well. And I'll try to do more of those dishes, quick, easy, full meals. I'll try to do more of those types of stuff here on my channel. Liver and okra for breakfast. Wrestling match with the actor. That's awesome. Dennis is just waking up. That sounds awesome, Dennis. I love stew recipes. And the cool thing about stew and chili and things like that is and soups. I have an awesome potato soup recipe. Oh, it's one of my favorite soups, my potato soup recipe, is they usually taste better the next day. Those type of stews, soups, and chilies taste better the next day after they've marinated in their own juices and whatnot. All right, all right. I'm getting hungry as well, all this talk. I still haven't eaten breakfast. I'm parched. So I think we're going to call it a day. Remember, if you won something, make sure to, if you won one of those Instructables gifts, go over to Instructables.com, sign up with your free membership there. It's really easy to sign up. And find me over there, send me a message. Also, when this video is done, go back to this video and make a comment, any comment that you want, a request, your favorite dish, whatever you want to comment. Just say hello, and then you'll be entered into the next giveaway. And if I work my butt off, the next giveaway, I might have my cookbook ready to go by then and be able to give that away as a giveaway. Okay? Oh yeah, I could totally eat peanut butter cups for breakfast. Any day of the week and twice on Tuesdays. All right, everyone. So thanks so much. Thanks for being a part of the live show. Thank you for all your support. And thank you for just being a part of the show. And I appreciate you watching the videos, making comments and whatnot. And this has been one of my longest ones to date as far as on my cooking channel. And thanks again. With that, I'm going to sign off, everybody. Thank you again. Make sure to hit that like button. Smash that like button. Tell your friends and family about my cooking show. Follow me on Facebook and Instagram. And watch those ads that play in front of my videos. All right, everyone. Take care, and we'll see you again soon. For now, I'm just doing these live streams just once a month. Maybe I'll get to the point where I'll do them twice a month or something like that. But all right. We'll see you, everyone. Talk to you later.